Tube to run all night weekends on 5 nights from autumn 2015, London Underground announced. The tube will run 24 hours a day at weekends from autumn 2015, giving a huge boost to London's nightlife. It was announced today. Underground trains will operate round the clock on the Piccadilly, Victoria, Central, Jubilee, and Northern lines from Friday morning until Sunday night. The night tube will welcome by the late-night revelers, business and their employees, and bring London into line with other capitals such as New York and Berlin. Tube chief said the historic change on London Underground's 115th announced anniversary had come after the Evening Standard highlighted the benefits to the nighttime economic of a round-the-clock service in a series of articles this year. London Underground will put on frequent trains with a minimum of 4 per hour in the middle of the night, and aim to extend the night tube to other lines and possible at Thursday nights. The service will also dovetail with night buses. Around 200 extra drivers will work nights, and passenger forecasts suggest huge demand for the night tube means it will pay for itself in extra fare revenue. The night tube was announced today by Mayor Boris Johnson at an event at Piccadilly Circus Station, staged to coincide with the major announcement of the mass closure of ticket office as the tube takes the final step to full automation. From 2015, staff will each be armed with tablet computers to assist in ticket housing rules, similar to in Olympic volunteers, but over-the-counter sales will be a thing of the past. Boris Johnson said, "For 150 years, the tube has been the beating heart of London. Its tunnels and track providing the arteries that have transported millions of people and helped to drive the development and economic growth of our great city. Now is it time to take the tube to the next level, and so for the first time in London's history, we will provide a regular 24-hour night tube service at weekends. This will not just boost jobs and our vibrant nighttime economy. It will further cement London's reputation as the best big city on the planet in which to live, work, visit, and invest." Introduction of the enhanced service will have to wait another 2 years for the completion of the Northern Line upgrade, because tube chiefs do not want to rely solely on the Victoria lines as the main north-south night route. Tube chiefs had until recently been reluctant to commit to a 24-hour service, but the breakthrough came when they observed innovative night maintenance method on a fact-finding visit to Hong Kong's MTR Metro. Justin Bieber's Brazil adventure, truth or idle gossip. Either Justin Bieber is having a wild time on his South American tour or media reports of the 19-year-old singer's antics are off the mark. Many reports barely rise above the gossip threshold, but they echo throughout the tabloids and mainstream media. What you should believe and why you should care is a raging debate online with Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and beyond. My jury is in the music, Bieber said in a message to his 46 million Twitter followers this week. It was posted the same day his newest single, Bad Day, released. Journalists know very little about what goes on in Bieber's private life. He is constantly surrounded by bodyguards, and his representatives consistently refuse to confirm, deny, or comment on any reports that surface. But it does not limit speculation. Much of it is based on paparazzi's photos and videos of the teens' comings and goings. The New York Post page 6 columns published several photos last weekend that the newspaper said implied the singer was enjoying the service of Brazil's legal prostitutes while on his South America tour. One photo showed a man walking out of a Rio de Janeiro brothel under a blanket and surrounded by bodyguards. No face is visible, but the post says Bieber could be identified by his square wraparound wrist tattoo, which is visible in some photos, and his signature sneakers. Another photo shows two women in a vehicle that the newspaper said took them from the brothel to the hotel where Bieber was staying. Minions carry Justin Bieber up Great Wall of China. Believers Rascal test. The media frenzy over Bieber's alleged sex habits grew after a video appeared on YouTube on Wednesday that apparently was recorded by a young woman excited about her crush time with the entertainer. The 15-second clip does not show Bieber doing anything scandalous. He's just zipping. The tattoos on his arms, the earring, his baby face, short blonde hair, and red bowl cap are all familiar identifiers. The woman passed the camera to reveal Bieber sleeping under a blanket. Lam pointed at herself while flashing a big grin. It ends with her blowing a kiss toward him. The video is something of a risk test to diagnose if you are Belieber, the term used for Bieber's diehard fans. They always believe the best of their idol. But unbelievers suggested the woman was one of the two females who left with Bieber from the brothel, although they have no way of connecting her to that night. He didn't sleep with her, one believer said in one of the 7,300 comments posted under the YouTube video. Justin brought girls back home and he threw a small party. Chicken nuggets, Doritos, a pool table, etc., etc. She offered more details, though she didn't reveal how she would know anything about Bieber's actions. The girls got their phone confiscated so they wouldn't take pictures, the fan wrote, obviously because he wanted to have fun without any media around. But when all the girls left, they got their phone back, so did this girl. When this girl got her phone back, she sneaked in and viewed him while sleeping. Explains why the video was so short. Bieber, just gotta know you were true. The truth is, we don't know the truth. We do know that Justin Bieber is at what can be an awkward point in a teenage idol's career. He's months away from longer being a teenager. Making the transition from kid to adult is tough enough, but Bieber has the world watching. Justin Bieber is a popular, lucrative, and dangerous sport for paparazzi. It has led several times to traffic citations for both singers and photographers. Punches have alleged being thrown during confrontations. Bieber, unlike some other teen stars, has managed to stay out of criminal court, although she has been accused and investigated. His hit songs keep coming, his concerts sell out, and the world can't divert its eyes away from him. Can't believe over the world on the BS. Just God knows your truth. You can't bring us down, Bieber told fans in a Tuesday tweet. May the people making Made in China a fashion force be reckoned with. This month's episode of On China with Christy Ru starred in On Fashion and Style and features magazine editor Han Han, designers Chris Chen and Andrew Katz, president of department store chain in Lan Crawford as guest. For airtime, please click here. China's new rich have rushed to show off their wealth by spending on luxury status symbols, with the country now the world's second biggest market for designers' goods. It has been burned times for European brands like Prada, Louis Vuitton, and Chanel. Now, a small but growing group of test makers says China's fashion landscape is changing. Homegrown designers and brands are ready to challenge their Western counterparts as a new generation of consumers seek out items and reflect their own culture rather than just the European heritage and exclusivity that have been so popular to date. Meet the people making in China cool. Huang Han, the magazine editor. When Huang Han decided in 2005 to devote her fashion magazine, I Look, to covering Chinese design, just dropped. Advertisers pulled out and people told her the move was suicidal. It was really hard, she says. They told me there's no such thing as Chinese design, but each month, Huang and her team managed to feature an up-and-coming Chinese designer with the hope of putting Chinese fashion on the map. It was a brave move in a country that has embraced Western luxury levels like no other, but Huang's feels vindicated. By 2010, her team was fielding several telephone calls a week from readers interested in buying the products featured on the magazine's glossy pages. But with few shops willing stock lines by Chinese designer, Huang took the plunge and opened her own boutique in Beijing. Called Brand New China, it stocks designs by up to 15 Chinese designers and has been sales increased by 60% a year. We didn't have any illusions about making a huge fortune from Chinese design, but it is a sustainable business. Sales have increased, she says, as consumers already accustomed to Western luxury labels seek out something different. Plus, an anti-corruption campaign that has seen sales fall as some Western designers' brand is also leading a change in appetites. But she cautions that it will be a while before we see Chinese equivalent of Prada or Chanel. Young Chinese designers want instant fame, she says, and don't pay enough to the business side of the fashion world. They all want to be the next Karl Lagerfeld. That's Huang, who has been described as China's answer to Anna Wintour and Oprah Winfrey. It will happen, but it will happen to a designer who is mature, who has commercially learned how to deal with international corporations and retailers. Chris Chen, the designer. It's the morning after her show at Shanghai Fashion Week, and designer Chris Chen is on the phone apologizing her friends and clients who failed to get a front row seat. Featuring dozens of models sashaying down the catwalk in vibrant hues and striking headgear, it attracted a huge crowd to the marquee in the city's hip Xintiandi district. Will Chinese designers get left behind in China's fashion boom? The designer, originally from Taiwan, has been based in Shanghai for several years and says she has developed a loyal coterie of customers who love, as she puts it, her happy, glamorous clothes. They've worn Chanel in the past, they've worn Prada, but now they want something individual and just more fun and beautiful, she says from her studio, which, with its day glow, color, and Chinese pop art sculpture, escapes so that's her design philosophy. Chen designs for women's wear collection a year under her Posa brand. Her biggest challenge, she says, is the lack of stores. She sells her clothes from her Shanghai studio and also travels to Hong Kong regularly for trunk shows. On our own, we don't have deep enough pocket, she says. Chen, who previously worked as product general manager for Taiwan, has also adopted a mentor role to the country's younger designers. She starred as a judge on My Style television show, China's equivalent to Project Runway. Right now, it's a novelty for the world to look into what Chinese designers are doing, she says. It won't take one day to overturn the negative image of made in China that people had in the past, but I think it's coming along. Chen, who takes her inspiration from anything from cartoon to China's ethnic minorities, says that it can be burdensome for local designers to get hung up their Chinese ancestry and history, and they need to focus on global clothes for a global market. I think we have to focus on how to be good designers instead of good Chinese designers. Andrew Katz, the retailers. Andrew Katz runs luxury Hong Kong's department store chain. Then Crawford Extras answer to Selfridge. It sells clothing, shoes, and accessories from 500 international designers online and at its 7 stores in Hong Kong, Beijing, and Shanghai. In October, clothes by Chinese designers were sold for the first time alongside the likes of Stella McCartney and Alexander McQueen at its newly opened Shanghai flagship store. It's a natural progression for us to work with design talent here, he says. While China is sitting on fashion's front row, what surprised people in the prominence that we've given these designers. We're already reordering, so the demand for these designers has definitely hit. Depending on their Shanghai reception, the designers will see their clothes in other lands for stores and for sales internationally on the store website. For Helen Lee, one of 3 designers chosen, it's a massive opportunity. Her Shanghai boutique lies at basement level near a food court business West Nanjing Road. One day she hopes her name will feature among the Cookie and Chanel, a boutique above ground. We are proud of Made in China. I think our image is getting better, but I'm still not sure deep inside how much people appreciate local brands, says Lee. Katz believes that if China is able to marry its manufacturing capabilities with commercial acumen and the creativity of designers like Lee, it will become a fashion force to be reckoned with. We will see China reverenced as a thought leader, as an innovator and a driver of change. Gun violence has tripled in movies. A new study shows that movie violence has more than doubled since 1950s. 1950, and gun violence in films has tripled since 1985. Researchers with the American Academy of Pediatrics noted that the increase comes largely in movies rated PG-13, which are not recommended for children under 13. Trent Coder identified the presence of violence in each 5-minute film segment for one half of the top 30 films since 1950 and 1950, and the presence of guns in violent segments since 1985. The first full year of PG-13 rating was used. PG-13 rated films are among the top-selling films and are especially attractive to youth. The research found an overall annual increase in gun violence from 1985 to 2012, but the trend differed by movie rating. Among films rated G, both general audience and PG movies which may contain some material not suitable for children, gun violence decreased slightly. The rate of gun violence did not change for R-rated movies, which require children under 17 to be accompanied by a parent. Among films rated PG-13, gun violence increased. In fact, since 2009, PG-13 movies has contained as much or more violence than R-rated movies. Many studies have shown that the mere presence of guns can increase aggression and in fact dupe the weapon effect. Even if youth do not use guns, these findings suggest that they are exposed to increasing gun violence in the top-selling films. The researchers write, by including guns in violence scenes, films producers might be strengthening the weapon's effect and providing youth with scripts for using guns. Furthermore, the researcher says that because of the widespread availability of movies via the internet and cable, the weapon effect could be amplified. Oops! Jet cargo plane mistakenly lands at tiny airport. An enormous Boeing 747 Dreamlifter cargo plane landed at the Ron Canis Airport Wednesday night, according to the Quezon Airport Authority. As the Air Flight 4241 was en route to McConnell Air Force Base in Canis while it inadvertently landed about 8 miles north at Colonel James Jabara Airport at approximately 9:21 p.m. local time. The two pilots on board were not injured, and no damage was sustained to the plane, and Wichita Airport Authority said. The plane was turned around this morning by the tug, and is scheduled to leave the airport later today. Assistant Director of Airports in Wichita, Brett Christopher, said at a news conference this morning. The Borås runway is approximately 600 and 101 feet, much shorter than what is typically used for 747 for takeoff. Energy have conduct calculations, assessing wind speed, weather, and the weight of the aircraft, and that the Dream Lifter would be able to take off despite the short runway, according to Christopher. The pilots of the Dream Lifter were apparently not aware of their mistake until a few movements after they had landed the jumbo jet Wednesday night. We'll get back to you momentarily. We're not on your approach. The crew of 747 told the control tower at Meccano. Meccano is 9 miles southeast. The control tower radio back. Yes, sir. We just landed at the other airport. The pilot said. New pilot will arrive from New York to fly the plane to Meccano, Christopher said. The Dream Lifter is primarily used for transporting parts of the 787 Dreamliner around the world for Boeing to get surplus, being currently upraised for Dream Lifter, which have a wingspan of 211 feet. The Federal Aviation Administration said it investigates and deviation, and we were investigating this event, which is standard procedure. We are working to determine next step, and we'll have additional information in the morning, Boeing said in a statement to ABC News. Atlas Air has not yet made any comment about this incident.